What up, what up? Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below. I'm Tom Smoke, and we just got ripped doing the P90X Week 8, Day 1 Yoga X. And man, that was rough. But you know what? It wasn't so bad. Because, every time we do yoga, we get a little more flexible. We get a little better on our balance. And, we get it through it. We get through it every time. Because it's tough, but not as tough as me and not as tough as you. So we made it. That's an hour and 30 minutes of time on the books. You should be proud of yourself. You did that shit. I'm proud of myself. Billions of people didn't show up to the party and they didn't want to do the dance. And today was a great day. You know what? We had almost 700 people check out the live stream tonight. We got a lot of new subscribers. Welcome aboard. I hope you like what you're seeing. We got a lot of info about getting ripped and getting shredded and my personal journey on losing fat and really changing my mindset to take control of my life and stop letting other things control it for me. So I really appreciate the support. It's a big deal. People finally, seeing my channel. It's coming up. We just got 250 subscribers, and we just actually got a little bit more than that. But before, earlier in the summer, I had some other things on my channel, food related, that were kind of confusing the algorithm, so to speak. And as I'm developing my channel and as I'm developing my coaching, I guess whatever you want to call that, my coaching platform, that the food is kind of a secondary issue because I kind of want to keep that for my training clients. And really, there's a lot of information already out there about diet and meal plan. And I think that the people can find that information on their own, just like I did. I've done a lot of time and energy learning my own body and learning how this whole fat loss, muscle gaining, athletic physique kind of thing works. And especially being a father, I have to figure out what works for my kids and my wife and different things to keep the family happy. I think those are going to be important tools for men who are going to be utilizing my training and my coaching, services. So anyway, the link's in the description for the Discord. Send me a DM. We can link up with a strategy call or go for some one-on-one mentoring if you want it. But anyway, we got the post-workout pump check. We're 15 days into the 21-day shred, and it's going pretty good. I had a little bit of extra pork tonight with some rice for some carb load, but overall, still in a calorie deficit. High protein. Gonna get a scoop of protein in my water. I've been holding off on drinking full cups of milk. I've been putting milk in with my coffee and been doing it that way. So probably going to be putting a post up to let you guys know exactly what my diet's looking like. But as you can see, the belly fat is shrinking down. It's becoming a lot more squishy and flat. The side love handles, these were pretty dense the day before yesterday, and now they're becoming more squishy. So I'm very pleased with that, and they kind of go up at an angle now. Before they were more flat and rounded on the bottom. Also, the chest, I noticed that right underneath my pec muscle here, this is starting to get more squishy too. So I'm really excited about my pec muscles finally starting to come in to shape. I've been working really hard over the last 2 years to really lose fat. And earlier in last year, I was trying some different diet stuff, and I got pretty good progress, but I didn't make as good of a progress as I had wanted to make. Earlier this year, I had also done another diet that I didn't make as much progress as I wanted to make as well. But I really wasn't fully committed to, a set diet protocol. I was still experimenting with a couple things. And now for this 21-day shred, I have positioned myself to be close enough so that now I can utilize a mini cut strategy and do a rapid fat loss type of approach and just really try to nail the last 5 or 6 pounds of fat that I've got. And I may not even have that much, honestly, but it's very deceptive as far as the weight of the fat, because as you're losing the fat weight, you're gaining muscle weight, but also at the same time, you're losing and gaining water weight, glycogen. There's all these other factors that play into the actual weight on the scale. You really have to know the calories, weigh everything out. You have to know the macros on all your food, and you really have to lock in if you're trying to get down to below whatever body fat this is. I don't know. I don't know what body fat this is, but whatever this is, I got veins all the way down here. Like you can see all this stuff. Like there's no fat down here at all. It's just all right here in this little chunk, all the way around the middle of my body, and also up here at the top. Goes all around the side. There's a little bit over here. But once you lose the chunks of it, then it starts to really get cut into the creases of the muscle as far as I know. So I'm just trying to keep this diet going for another 6 days and see how it gets me. See if this tightens up all the way. See if this goes away. Stay tuned and just watch my progress. If it works good for me, it could probably work good for you. That's all I'm saying. Check out the P90X. Check out the P90X3. I got an affiliate link in the description. Usually for buying a brand new copy off of Amazon, I get a kickback for the transaction, and you get a brand new copy of the P90X sent to your house. Everybody wins. And if you're doing the P90X program or the P90X3 program like me, and you got your nutrition and your diet locked in like me, you should be seeing results like me. So that's all I'm saying. Giving you guys the blueprint. Men over 40, stay-at-home dads, you can do this from home. You can get the respect of your family. You can get the admiration of your children. You can improve your life and go from a chump to a champ and totally change your life. I put in work at the gym for years. I was eating like shit. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing at the gym, but I still went. I spent my money. It felt good because I was doing it. But every week, every month, I had expectations that I was going to see in the mirror, and those expectations were never met. I never changed. I was putting in the work, and I got really frustrated, and I got really disappointed, and I got discouraged, and I was disappointed with myself, all that time, all that money, all the effort, all the energy, wasted for what? I had intentions of doing the right thing. I thought I was doing the right thing. It felt like I was doing the right thing. But at the end of the day, when you're putting in time on the job and you still got a fat gut, you can't see your biceps. You can't see your chest. You can't see none of that shit. What are you working for? What's it all for? But now I have a plan. I have a strategy. I'm a lot more smarter than I was in my 20s. I'm 43 now. I don't got time to waste fucking around going in circles. I need real strategies, real results, and a real plan of action. So I spent the time going to YouTube University. I did the research. I was checking out Renaissance periodization. I was checking out all the stuff, Lyle McDonald, like everybody that's out there about diet, what the best way to do it is. And the bodybuilders typically have the best diet strategies. That's what they get paid to do, is lose weight, lose fat specifically. So I studied up all the bodybuilding diets, all the different this and that. And, I started putting in the work, because no matter how much studying you do, no matter how much planning you do, if you don't actually act on the information and act on the material, you don't ever do anything. So I started moving, I got some motion, and I started doing it. And yeah, it hurt really bad. I started, being uncomfortable. I was fat, I was out of shape. All my joints were stiff, all my muscles were weak. I had back pain, knee pain, my hips were tight. Everything was jacked up. But I kept going. I kept showing up, doing the dance, and eventually it got better. And here we are now. So if you want to get results like me, you can do the same thing that I did. And I'll see you here in 2 years when you're where I'm at and you're shredded, getting it in, turning on your wife, turning heads everywhere you go, having strangers make comments because they ain't never seen nobody walk around with a shoulder to waist ratio and the V taper in the X frame. They ain't seen nobody pop out the pool with a six pack that wasn't held out in their hands. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stop drinking, stop smoking, stop eating the cakes and the candies, the donuts, the cookies, the sodas, the sweet teas, chocolate milks, the eggnogs, the tray bakes, the fast food. And you got to get with the program. You got to fix your life. You're showing your kids how to be a man. What kind of man is that? I'll be damned if I let some other dude show my kids what a man looks like. That's my job. I'm the commander in this house, and I command respect. And we get it in every night, Sleepy Time Fitness. We're getting ripped before we get to bed. So join me tomorrow night. We're going to be getting training in 12 o'clock Eastern U.S. time. I'll see you there. Check out my other videos for the post-workout pump check, training progress, exercise videos, diet, advice, experience, observations, and things I've learned and did in my journey and experience from being fat and getting fit, getting lean and getting ripped. I'm Tom Smoking. Last year I got ripped doing the 30-minute workout P90X 3, and this year I'm getting shredded doing the 1-hour P90X OG. So do it with me. Follow along at home. Get yourself a copy and do it on your own time. I'll see you there. Let's get ripped, baby. Hell yeah. Follow me at TikTok at Tom Smoke Fitness. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time. Leave a comment below if you watched all the way to the end. Give me a thumbs up if you know what color my cats are. Hell yeah.